아주기 차게 준비거리야 일을 미제 최고로 산 먹고요. 내가 되게 봐라 삼호랑 마삼치. 내 일을 미제 버쳐야 돼. 수수의 든데 지금 배 가수지 타주였지. 타주였는 단도 봐. 가수에다 셈이야. 대칭이 삼바름지. 그러지 페마름 수수부 당과 시작해서 대마당 의미는 그래서 갈라 하네.
And to make that happen, our mind is very, very important. It actually depends on how we think. How it depends on our mind. For instance, in my case, in my personal case, these days usually I don't have too much time to, do the proper practice and to meditate and things like that. But then, when I have to, when I have time or when I have the circumstances to do the prayers or, practice, then at that time, I fully concentrate on that and I let everything go, kind of. I don't let anything else come into my mind. And this is something very important. In the Mahamudra, for instance, we talk a lot about Yila Mijepa, means kind of the let go of the mind. Let Yila Mijepa means
I don't know.
Not thinking about, freedom from concepts, freedom from thoughts, and this is very, very important to make some kind of a decision, to make some kind of a clear aspiration that I will do this and nothing else. So when you make that kind of a clear intention and clear aspiration and decide to do like that, then I think you are able to relax and you are able to find peace.
semda ko ni ju di ba kha chen ya be ka la ha shu yi de sem xian ba de de sem ra lo ga rang ge sem da di xue de ra lo ga de zhe ta ma mu xi da yong de wa le ta de yin ju de jun zhen le de cha xin xian ba sa de an de sem xi wa mi ji ya ya ku ne su chi bu xi jie de yi su tu jun so na kong zhe so lo de su sam zang ma do sam zang da di 니즈르 야무마 좀 거리야 마도지 뒤규 남규지 콩루마나 베거리야 미세 큰 가서 표현이 다시 셈이야 들어서 지금 내가 지금 자신 니즈 그 뒤에 거는 냠도 용되게 수도 자신 셰바사한테 제가 가는 시에는 아디 거리 양코지 상로지 코용 이제 니즈지 셈을 코용 돼서 야디 샤미도
And we have
the Pebegi, the Tambishaya. That is the Kinzar. Yamna, what's the money of Zahochasa, Tishajo? And a Kasha Zahogi, Zahogi Chulus at Indeji. Tawachi, Chutawa. Yamna, Lavaziris, Mijina Jedi, James, Yamna, Lavaziris, Manan, Zauchan, or Sansan, or Tishajo, or that is what is about something today.
So our kind of attachment or clinging is something very too much attachment to things is a very important obstacle to find the peace of our mind. And because when we are very much clinging or very much attached to something, it's very difficult to let our mind be separated from that. So therefore, it becomes a very strong obstacle for the peace of mind. In case of anger, for instance, it sometimes comes, but not always there. When we are angry or when certain, very strong anger or hatred comes up, then it's disturbing, but it doesn't always come. It is not always there. But the attachment is something which is kind of more or less all the time there. Therefore, it is something, not easy to separate from ourselves, and therefore disturbs our peace of mind. There's a Tibetan saying. He says that if we touch it, it burns our hand. If you don't touch it, then it breaks. Like the pot, like a hot pot. It's a hot pot, earthen pot. So if you touch it, if you hold it, then it burns our hand. If you don't hold it, then it breaks. That's a Tibetan saying. So it's a little bit like that. Whatever we do, it's kind of problematic.
내일 일단 차시 시험한다. 디나는 다 차고 사는 얘는 시험을 했어.
So maybe I say something about attachment.
나중에 다 착신했어. 아마도 이제 착신했어. 그래서 기도 다들 계시면 찾아가.
It's important to find out how that attachment and clinging arises.
나중에 그냥 유이동원으로 통해 걸려야 유이동원스도 가능해. 베네드 미지기 베나 다디사 미세거나 미이왕 초야 체도 아주 강종 중규제에서 다들이야 디자인 체는 인제부지 가져네 인제부지 가르쳐 소도 대세 아니 단 디베 인제부 서버 인다사로지 지금 아주 쇠셔다 디자인 제쇼 다 되지데 유이동원 통해 걸려야这个 자라는 통해 걸려야 유제랑 장기 유제 장기 일래야 봐봐 유도 원시 나를 걸려야 유디베 리베 차이베 리베 차셰 리부장야 리베 차셰베 칸네 리베 차셰로 이제 겹네 여바로 통했어 말리베 차셰 매바다보다 리베 차셰게 겹네 여바로 통했어.
And now, for instance, if we see something that we are attached to, then we find that whatever, like for instance, something, a thing that we really like it, we are attached to, we see that, then we see the positive side, the good side of that thing. Something really too much, we don't see any negative side of it. We see all good sides. That's it.
Oh, quite short. Oh,
it's too short. I must think more quickly.
Today, you sang as the Saki Golia, you did and Digi, Yabu Masad, Chuda of Sam, when you've been dead, when you are to your manners.
So, when we are attached to something, then that the goodness or the good thing that we see, the nice thing that we see of it, and our mind, it cannot be separated. It becomes kind of one.
Today, you son, you did the jackets, you did some Lonia, Shara Korea, you did Yabu body, one made shy. Today, you son, you did Yabu Masha Podo, you did some Sharacho. Today, you son that Kuni be the teeth of Charlotte.
So, this something that you are attached to, that when appears to your mind, it appears as something really nice. And, unless it appears really nice, that thing doesn't appear to your mind. So therefore, the too much nice and the appearance of that object of your attachment comes together.
Today, you stand that day, Kashuetaji, the Jagesi, Yudia Wimba, Tambuya Wimba, Zamton. Today, our Lord, the Shucher, Judusana, number Tamja, the Awimba Summary, number Tamja, the Awimba, number Tamja, the Awimba, and one edge and that when I Awaji, Yila Papa. They are Zoda, Rangi Yila Pabe, Junzendo Cherry. She died Junzenge Yamataka, Naranglo Judu, Sar, Yila Papa, Junzendo Cherry. The Tongan Jusan, same with Naloliabe, same the Udilapa, Sim Silver, Delaba Juni, cut the meva. Cut the meva child, Jusan, Imagilia, say about the Shucher and Producane, that Landu, the Tango Landu, take Kundu, the summer churches.
And that the object of your attachment is seen as a very desirable thing. The reason is that I like it. It is something desirable to my mind. That's the reason. That's the only reason. And because of that reason, then it is something that I cannot, kind of separate. I cannot bear to be separated from it.
Today, you son. When I share Mina, and the data, Utilia, Mazu, I can say Utilia, or the you don't watch in there. Third, Mazu Hashwati, one meadow. Hashwata Pena, dinner. Miss me, one guach, me. Dungam, some dance. Oh, Dilia, the Judge Sultan did serving me, meeting Deva Sureda, Deva Gere, Sarge. Could you some of the Cheshi of Jig, mean Devacuya, Cheshi Samatane, then it so. I should deviation on the good to me, tea, Teladen Hakutuma. Harasan Mijigi, Deva Suyada, Londra Shadow, Jala Sushare. Jala the Servating, Winnet and a Kirby. Walk the church, Kuliaga church, when there's a meat, Manguchi, Telean, Debasu. Debas wasn't the massive meet someone, TV, New York, Debakechu. New York, Debakene, New York Shadow, Kashobe, New York, Debakechu, and Kashoda, you have a Shimina, the New York, Debakechu. That they got us a midget, con Debasad, Zawameva. Today, Kashoda, Zalia. And it's Damgacha, Rawameva. For a mobile to Tom and Zamne, and Mitchell be Kashoe, Betty Kashoe, Dangan Akujimason, Lord of someone, as you Lord of someone, middle of energy social. Tina Jala, the Tomba Zamne, and Midi Kalakazam Suezat. Jala Manu Pony, the Jala, the Tomba Zamne, Kalakazam Dako, want to do that. Today, you start digging Jala, the Tomba Zamne. Miller Rawameva, just Tangameva, just saw you in the sun. Tea Karahaku Sana. Desa Sadi, Zawamevji, Yimajida, Yimaji Haku. Desa gave this Angasu Zawame, who Karina, Tangwazanime, that thing Yanamato, Zanimidia, and Limji on the door. Today, you said Mr. Tigi, Shenchana of the Lanche, and Davasuya. Energy, New York, design by Government Mamusta Soyun.
you can see that the attachment or craving is something that is not, that is unfree. That's not free for you. If you look at things, the people make a desirable thing for you. People try to create things that is desirable for the people, for instance. And therefore, because they want to sell it to you, for instance, so they try to find out what are the things that will attract your mind most. What are the things that will kind of create such a strong desire for you to get it that you don't even mind how much you spend or whatever happens, but your mind. So therefore, when these kind of things are created, then your mind, like it so much, is becomes so desirable that you become very, you have such a strong craving for that you have to get it, you have to buy it. It doesn't matter whatever, you spend for it. So therefore, the main issue about this attachment is that you become, kind of overpowered by that object that you're attached to. And you cannot, your freedom to choose whether you want it or not is kind of lost. So therefore, when you are overpowered by desire and too much kind of attachment, and that is a kind of, you are not free anymore. Your mind is totally taken over by that thing. So this is something important to understand.
왕마 주주가 되잖아요. 자나도 침을 자나도 되잖아요. 아니 참선 총사들이 나는 저기 디나네 총사 가서 진짜만 잡으듯이 부부 재무자를 좀서 내를 튀기. 지도자가 부부 재무자를 망고시. 대지 야고도 비게 야고도 삼대 주의라. 나 강가로 야고를 경계 쓰죠. 대지 interest. 그봐. 야고도. 이내다 상황이 아니야. 내가 수자 상황. 그래 뉴스나 대바나야 체지 송구도 마도 수준 대바디 왕도 당사는 구마고 아니야. 대고 슈체심이나. 대바디 그 다른 카카지 마셔요. 그 슈체를 제 담이나 구마고 아니야도 와. 그래 뉴스나 그 미사일 구마고 차디 지체나 그 우도 인제 지체나 그 가수야 대바 수제. 구마고 해야 돼 용식으로. 그래 지류산에 마수 뒤gün 가수에 뭐고 가시기 아주 다 라와메베 치기하데 라와메베 쳐버디 뭐고 뒤 라와메베 쳐버려 왜슬라비나 하지만 뭐고 그런 거네 아주 이동우미요 사다 초진이다 미디기 가수에 잘라디 위에 시야야 근데 쇼진이 뒤 민수해지지도 이동와 사대 미망벽이 니제지 주나 가 가보 용사래 사르 삼자르 망부때 되게 상황을 주루루를 써야지 되산 아니 이동와 사르 차르마도 셴다 미수지기에다 가수의 아이디어 성한테 삼룰래야 매백이 아니 이동와 사야지 swami 드레인 주사는 이동와 사대 바지 디스기 바지 써셔 다 뭐에 tarati 준비돼 용스고 사변으로부터 용스를 의미는 소도 미수해서 되게 인주산 디균zel을 때네 다시 해봐 니한테 마셔 니한테 해서
When I was young, I was taken to China, and then they would sometimes take me out and sometimes take me to shops for shopping. And they would take me to the shops where there was very nice, like dolls and things like that you play with. They're so nice. They are so nice. There are so many very nice things, interesting things. This is also very interesting. That is also very interesting. Everything is very interesting. But of course, you cannot buy everything. So I found out, I think that if you give over, if you give over to your attachment or to desire completely, then it can lead you to steal, because you cannot buy everything. So I understand that, of course, some people steal because of too much, need, but then, it is also possible that you steal because you have too much desire and yet there are too many nice things. So when we think about this, these things, they are so nice, they are so desirable. Is it that? Of course, the things also matters. There are some more nice things than others. But basically, what is desirable and undesirable is very much to do with our own mind. It's what we create as something desirable. Like if everybody says this is very nice, this is very desirable, this is very good, and then, as a kind of a collective, idea or collective, kind of identity, we find that this is something desirable, something very good. And so therefore, it is something that we create, the society creates, something that is desirable and then also undesirable. So this is also something that is important.
Today, you sound deep in the Tangazuji, you don't mean sad. The Rawa never share, you move share. So the Kazue, some rank so the same dig, Kazue, some done two was shown, no trees shown. Any Kazue, digital dance at our never charm, this showman. When I got a son of Jazzy when it is Utilia, when we need to Tolia, when we need to send down the Vena, has read. But those are to me. When we need to talk for 7 members. Now, cost 7 she was a social designer. And by the sermon, Dozy Palm Session to several Dozy Palm Session. Dozy Palm be Davor session. The Zan Hakwamenge, Dozy Palm Zuma, or Panam Zuma Hakwamenge, session to son. But Patana Nijavo, registration to son, when a Panam, when a do some Panam Yimbe, Yisi Gata Gata. Yisi Gata Gata Chene, Chabimina. Nudrish. Panam Imbachilia, Panam Giji Gatam, Jazagatam Cheshire Yimna. Nudrish. Today you said tea, Gunzel Dene, Yidong Karsway, Yidong Mil Samanta, the Idlia Karsway, the Thursday, Jazagatam, Tegua, maybe Mina, Jazagatam, the Societation, you said tea, Gunzel Dene, and the Shasadi, Zewa, the only one. That you mean, choosing as some of the news. I want to young Chabatan, Zawada said, Silji, Lum don't say, Digity, Deja Maris, Tom Jawa, the Cadis, Silji, Tom Mijawa, somewhere. Digity Cadis La Yimna. Jidam, don't learn Tom Mijawa, Jikara, some Katia Meva, let them never the Chihuahua in Gilsons. You may add Gunze, some down on a Joey Gilson. Somebody can say, Yantas time. Near all of Pudu, Anna Devasun Sandal, the Jiggy Junze upon a Maiba, Gajin Shawata. Any Kashreji, Kashata? Tizana, ladies are Shamda, and Gajin Shawata, and Dana Shingi, any Junze Yandaruji. Mangujilia, sometime Lusane, then Gunzing, sometime Kukabi Eversha. 맞으지 삼로다 가르쳐 균제 삼로 땅네 이 가르쳐 일을 봐야 해버지 근데지 연주사는 콜라 장완도 장완을 치엔다 이동화대 보러 가셔야지 일을 땅을 잡아지 여배 이미냐 텔레야 가르쳐야지 셈베 담징징도부터 매버치 가르쳐야지 텔레야 담징징 매이버 지당 코랑 르동 무저 시여배 이미냐 텔레고 흘르르 주안도 뇌샤디 셈 똥마 잡아서도 마세베 담징징도 소소 디나로레베 가르쳐 쓸때봐 디나로레야 가르쳐 치러래야 미동야 되지 이제 상으로 자연이 있어 이주산 디균zel을 되네 뇌샤랑 참니지사디디 초진에 르동 미동와 잡시래 자위비네야 하고 셀레 뉴버디스 미다용의 유기를서
So therefore, that which makes our mind, kind of not free, but totally attracted, and that our mind is completely kind of captured with something, that becomes the attachment. And so therefore, when we are overpowered by attachment, we lose our freedom. And that is also to do with the way we see it, how we think. It is not that the thing makes us, thing makes us kind of like that. It is our mind which, how we react to that thing. That makes the important thing. That loses our freedom. If you look, for an example, the thing that we are attached to, the way we see that thing is not exactly how it is. Our mind, overpowered by attraction or too much desire or too much attachment, is something that we overvalue the quality of that thing. For instance, take the example, of say like diamond. These days there are many fake diamonds. Fake diamonds, if somebody makes a fake diamond, and but it is made so nicely that it looks like the real one. And then if I mistake this fake diamond as a real diamond, and then I really think that this is the real diamond, and then I kind of hold it as real diamond, then I'm wrong.
100.
Yeah, 100%. So the things that I'm attached to, I see it as 100% good, although in actual sense it is not like that. So therefore I'm kind of seeing it with a 100% kind of desirable to something which in fact is not 100% desirable. So therefore that that is kind of something that the way it is and the way my mind kind of holds it is something different. It's wrong. Now you might say that your loving kindness and love to the beings, your compassion to the being is also something like that. It's very desirable. So therefore, is that not attachment? Now here also, that I don't want to give up these beings before I love them or I have compassion to them. From that point of view, it is similar. My mind doesn't want to give up the sentient beings. But now the difference is that when you are attached to something, and then the way your mind works is that I like it, I want it, and that's the only reason. and therefore, I want it, I like it, I am so much desiring it that I cannot control myself. So therefore, you have lost your freedom to choose. But when we have compassion and love to the beings, then it's a little bit different, because then why you love beings, why you have compassion to the beings. They have been very kind to me in many different ways, and there are many other very kind of reasons